Hey, salute to everybody. Check that's going to be coming through today. Peace and blessings to you guys. It's been a minute since I've done a live. Let me try and put some light on the screen, man. So what's up to all you brothers, man? I hope everybody can hear me good. Hit the like button on your way through the door. I'm obviously traveling over here in rural Thailand, so I don't know how this Wi-Fi is going to hold up. We'll see. There we go. Really. I don't have my lighting or anything with me, so it is what it is, man. So, where we at right here? All right. There we go. What's up, KL? Salute, my brother. Please hit the like button. Salute to everyone. What's up, Top Gun? You guys can hear me? You can hear me, man? Yeah, I've been out of action for a little while. I've been doing a lot of traveling, man. So you know how it is. It takes a little while to get adjusted. So I haven't done a live stream in like a long ass time, man. I love it. I love it, brother KP. Can you hear me? You turn this AC on. So it's a little later right now in the evening. You can hear me good? Excellent. All right, cool. Yeah. I love it so far. I mean, like I said, rural Thailand is a whole lot different from the areas that most brothers go to. Most brothers go to them tourist areas, man, like Pattaya and Bangkok or Chiang Mai, one of those other areas. So I wanted to go somewhere different and wanted to get a different feel for things. And basically, it's like night and day, to be honest with you, because I've done some time and I've done like 30 days in Pattaya. I did 7 days in Bangkok. Then I just took a roll of the dice and came up north towards Udon Thani, which is a hell of a lot. He said no snow, no snow shoveling and ice melt needed there, right? Hell no. No, not at all, man. And it's a different vibe. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hell of a lot different vibe, man. I was all out in the country and shit. I've been to a few places, man, like Nakhon Phanom, up in the further north. Where else? Namkan. I just came back from there. I did a couple of park visits. Yeah, it's been a few. I've been just moving around. Just moving around, man. So Udon Thani is more like the northwest Thailand. You can go, about an hour up, you can get up to the Laos border. So, I was in Nang Khan and a couple other places, Nakhon Phanom. Then I drifted down a little bit to a little bit towards the northeastern part, but I guess would be more southwestern. That'd be southwest. Gotta get my directions right, man. I was in Bingkan a little bit. That's why I was at the national parks and stuff. I put up some image of that stuff, man. So there's a couple other spots I was at, before I came back towards the west, towards Udon Thani. So, but it's been pretty cool so far, man. But hell no shoveling of no snow. Definitely not about that life. No, definitely not about that life. But by chance, I kind of actually came up this way, peaceful as hell. I got, like, to be honest with you, man, some of these small towns that I went into, man, it's funny too, right, KL? it's probably the first time they've seen like a outside of television probably, and maybe some television, maybe some social media. And like I'm a tall guy. I'm like 6'7", so it's worth it. I think probably the first time I seen like a black guy in some of these small towns, and then I'm tall at that, so that makes it even like it's even funnier because I'm tall, and black Americans, black Americans stick to the city areas like Bangkok. I've seen a few brothers around like Udon Thani, but they're like scarce. I've seen a few brothers around here. Like you probably like catch one once in a while in the mall, man. Yeah, that's what it is. Because everybody flocks towards, like, even when you look at Colombia, where did everybody go? Everybody goes to like Medellin and places like that, right? Bogota, Medellin, a couple other places in Colombia. They never really go out to the country like that and can get that organic feel. And I'm telling you, it's a hell of a lot different, man. The vibe is different. The feel you get from the locals is different. The environment is completely different, more relaxed, a more chilled environment. I mean, really, they take care of you out here. So it's beautiful out here, And, like I said, you get away from all that craziness that's going on in, some of those areas with a lot of issues that go on in those areas. You avoid all that shit. I like hanging out with the locals, especially in a place like Thailand. It's definitely a hell of a lot better experience, especially if you get somebody to help you get around. Like you have like a guide or something, or somebody to help you break through the language barrier until your language gets better. Because Thai is like a confusing ass language as hell, man. It's confusing as hell with Thai. One word could be meaning like, because they have the language, the Thai language, then they have like 5-6 different dialects and shit. You gotta like understand that tonal shit. That's rough, But there was definitely a different vibe, man. But even when I watch like YouTube and stuff like that, it's the same thing. Everybody hugs the tourist areas because it's easy to get to, like the comforts of America. Like, but it's kind of strange though, except for a few things. Like right here is like a Bangkok hospital right down the right down the way from me. There's a lot of a lot of stuff is here in this particular city. Now, if you get it way, way, way out in the rural areas, like, obviously, we still got the same, similar internet services, good services that just don't have all the quick Western amenities and shit like that. And you got to, have, and your ability to speak the language is probably the worst thing if you can't speak the language. But there's ways to communicate. There's plenty, obviously you got the translation app, and probably even a good time to really take a good class to learn the language, because you have the time when you're traveling out here. You really do have the time. You have the time to sit down and learn and figure shit out. Let me turn that air back on. Yeah, the organic thing with everything. How you move, like really, like you go to somewhere like Bangkok. I mean, Bangkok is a big city. It has, obviously the Sukhumvit area where everybody populates, but there's other areas in Bangkok, but you still got the city vibes, because the way it works in Thailand is like many of the people or the locals from the villages, they all migrate towards the cities to make money. And that's why you see even down in Pattaya area, a lot of those girls come from some of these poor rural communities out here in Isan. Their number one goal is to get that paper. And they down in Bangkok and Pattaya and whatever else, they trying to get that money. So you're going to get a different type of, even with the guys with the women, they're going to get basically women with the same mindset that they had in the U.S. You're really going to get the same type of woman that you would get in the U.S. Maybe a little more mild-mannered, or whatever else, but you're still dealing with a bunch of city girls or women that have kind of got into the modern woman mentality, maybe a little bit better with the attitude and the mentality, but it's a whole different. This is city vibe, and they're accustomed to having contact with a lot of foreigners and a lot of tourists, and the influence of Western culture in those big city areas, is what it is. You really don't get that organic feel until you get out here, man. You're absolutely right. And it's everywhere. It's Colombia, it's Brazil, because what happens is everybody goes to the similar same cities. Where do they go in Brazil? They go to Rio and places like that. That's the places they go. So you really, you gotta move off the beaten path, Yeah, it's personal. It's different out here, man. It's different. Worse is why when I went up towards the Laos border, those little small towns up there, like Nam Khai and the rest of those towns up there towards the Laos border, you really get that feeling. It's like a whole lot different. It's like whoa, 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 whoa. It's like when I was in the Bangkok, I'm like, there's got to be something different. It's like two different Thailands, man. Two different worlds, Top Gun. Two completely different worlds, man. From being here versus being in the cities. Everything, the attitudes, the mentality, the way how people deal with you, how I think you get a hell of a lot. I mean, Thai people are pretty decent, friendly as it is, but I think here it's more community, local, laid back, and chilled out, and not all that transactional stuff that's going on down there in those areas, because I think a certain mindset goes to that type of area. They're there to make money, and make money by whatever means is necessary. So that's the mindset, the mentality, as opposed to out here, you still have like everybody's just into the culture, into their community, and just chilling out. But the smaller city areas I think it's where it's at. And not only that, out here, if you talk about the cost, this shit is a fraction of the cost that it cost me to be in Bangkok and Pattaya. Even though those areas are not expensive at all, you're talking about cutting your costs by at least 70%. You cutting your costs down by at least, I'd say 60, 70%. It's definitely cheaper than, man, Bangkok can be expensive, especially if you have that American food taste. I eat many times with the locals eat. Every once in a while I'll go to like a Sizzler or something like that, grab a nice steak or something like that. But I pretty much eat like the locals, and I kind of enjoy it, to be honest with you. But if you get out here, it's like, this shit is cheap as hell, Top Gun. I mean, it was like renting like a 1-bedroom condo, whatever, like $200 a month out here. It's cheap as shit. And you eat wherever you eat, you don't have to go splurging. Right down the street is like the market. So then that UD market is down the street. So you have a nice little night market area where they have all the vendors out there. You grab something to eat if you need. So low cost of living, not as crazy as Bangkok. Bangkok's traffic is ridiculous. Trying to drive in those areas is brutal. It's brutal trying to drive in that area. I haven't even started. I've been using like Bolt, or I have somebody take me around. I haven't even attempted to get on the back of a motorbike or a scooter or drive around this place, man. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to drive. But I ain't no rush to drive around here, man. It's like fucking. Well, I can drive here. I couldn't drive in Bangkok. I wasn't like, hell no. It ain't even worth it. But sooner or later, I would have to get get on a little scooter or something like that to get around, because obviously I ain't trying to be bolting all the time, or the convenience of just jumping on the back of a bike, jumping on a bike and just riding out is what will make me kind of, yeah, you don't want to do it. But you are correct. You are correct, man. The transactional mentality is definitely out there. You know what I mean? Definitely out there. Um, and for many people, that, like I said, yeah, it definitely makes a difference. I mean, like I think that's like some like Pattaya. I think they had like a deletion the other day. Two tourists, um, some British expat got into it with some guy and end up the guy end up getting injured and was deleted. I guess he passed away at the hospital. But when you get in those environments, like the big issue you're going to get in here is like any issue you're going to have like a foreigner with a foreigner or something like that. But the locals, they don't. You gotta be looking for problems around here with the locals. Nobody's bothering you at all. Completely. It's one of those things where nobody's really trying to sweat you out here. Like local is really the problems you have out here. Any problem you're gonna have out here, about 99% of the time is going to be some foreigners drinking too much down in Pattaya or Bangkok or wilding out in some foreigner on one of these islands or Koh Samui or one of these places drinking too much liquor. You know what I mean? That's where you get the most problems with foreigners. The locals be chilled the hell out, man. Especially up here. They'd be completely chilled out. Completely chilled out up here, man. What was I thinking about? Yeah, but what was I thinking about? 1 second. But the big thing out here is that if you're coming out this way, you're coming out this way just really to chill. You're not really about that nightlife or any of those other things. 1 second. It's crazy. All right, cool. Yeah, but you have really just a question and answer session because I haven't been on here in a while. Any questions you guys want to ask about traveling? My experience so far in northern Thailand, anything, dating, you know, getting around different locations. I was going to put up some pictures real quick. Yeah, but so far it's been like what? I've been out here a little over 60 days now, like 60, shoot, about 70 days now out here in Thailand. So I'm trying to make it through the winter out here so I don't have to deal with that cold ass weather and snow and be done with it. So hopefully I can make it out here till the fall time, or no, until the spring. I'm sorry, and yeah, I'm even looking at some of these Thailand YouTubers and shit like that. It's funny shit. Yeah, but I stay out of that tourist area, man. I don't even go down that way like that unless I'm going down there for a reason or going down there to hit the beach real quick. I avoid that shit altogether, man. I'd rather chill up this way. Even just looking at some of the content that come out of those areas or some of those places, I'll be like, hell no. Take a pass. But anyhow, just passing through to say what's up to you guys. You guys want to leave any comments down below? I'll answer any questions you want to ask. Leave the questions down below. It's only one person. I only see one person. Let me see what we got. Make sure I'm getting an accurate read. Okay, we got 3 people in the house. So what's up? There we go. Yeah. Let them rip, man. Whatever questions you guys have. Oh, yeah, and the flight out here is cheap as hell. It cost me like, out of Bangkok, it's like $40 to get out here, like $45, maybe $50. Quick flight on Asian Airlines, maybe 45 minutes at best. And you're in like Udon Thani, Thailand in no time. So you land here, you grab yourself a room, whatever, get settled for a couple of days and figure out where you want to stay or whether you want to go further up north. It's up to you. So it's a quick trip, out of Bangkok. I think now the flights are kind of limited out of here where you can go, always got to go back to Bangkok to kind of fly out to wherever other place you want to go. But it's quick to get out here. It's cheap. It's easy. So you really don't have to be in those heavily populated areas. It's just that everybody goes there because, again, people are pretty much want to be in especially with black dudes. They seem to have this thing where they want to, some dudes, they want to be around everybody that looks like them or, floor a certain way. Sometimes people into the night scene and the club scene and whatever else, so they like that area, especially if you just like one of those travelers that want to be entertained by the nightlife and stuff like that. Me, I could take a pass on all that shit. I have no interest in the nightlife. Zero. So I could be out here in the country and be perfectly happy. I have no interest in going to clubs, bars, all that shit. I did that shit when I was young. I'm 20 years old or some shit like that. Going to clubs and bars is interesting, but now I'm 50. I like to be in bed at 9 o'clock at night. So in areas like Bangkok and Sukhumvits and the Pattayas and everything, I said that shit is not for my ass. I mean, now, obviously people can live in those. He said, what cities have the best walk? That shit is everywhere, Top Gun. That shit is everywhere, man. They're all good. This is Thailand, you know what I mean? And, you just got to Make sure you go to the place where they just walk on back, because some of them might flip you over. That's everywhere, man. All these cities, man, have their little small little. Maybe some of these, like out here, a city like Odontani has like a small area. What's it, soy some pan, or a little small, like one little like couple streets or some shit, like 1-2 streets or something like that. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of massage places all over Thailand, man. You just got to have a legitimate massage place where they do actual real massages, not the happy ending massage. So there's a whole bunch of those places, man. You funny. You say, which place has to walk on back? That shit is funny as hell. Oh man. Hopefully if somebody walking on your back, they ain't no overweight Thai lady, and broke your back or some shit like that. I see all these videos, man, like all these different experiences that dudes be having, man. Like they don't really tell you the full story about what happens in places like Thailand, man. I mean, they really don't tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of the problems that you see happen out here with a lot of shit is because of a lot of self-inflicted wounds, man. Like a lot of goofy shit that dudes do, and when they come out places like this, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of simping that dudes do when they come places like this, and they be getting cooked. They'll do weird shit. Trying to make relationships with bar girls and freelancers and shit. Do weird shit, man. Weird, goofy shit. It don't make no goddamn sense. Salute to you, my brother Dan. Dan Sparks, salute, my brother. Now, Dan, like when I first came to Thailand, man, like when I first came back, like Dan gave me like the FTO tour and shit. He took me all over the place, everywhere. I mean, he just, gave me the network, gave me the game, took me to his spots, introduced me to his people. That shit was fly, man. I appreciate that shit forever. But I was just sharing with the brothers the difference just being up here as opposed to being in the city areas and whatever else. It's a different experience. Me running around rural Thailand and shit, it's a hell of a lot different experience. And Dan stays in Bangkok, so he's right there in the heart of shit, But Bangkok has the best of many worlds. He said, the downside of YouTube is because these green around the air guys travel to other countries with minimal experience and record this lifestyle that they do not live normally. Well, that's the problem. But the problem is this, man, is for content. I mean, there's dudes that show sites that do other things, but for some dudes, for content, they, they feel they got to show women. They got to show women and bars and bar girls and ass and all that stuff because they know some dude is sitting back thirsting in the West, stroking his meat probably, thinking he just come out here and, he's just going to have the time of his life. They don't really, not schooling them on the game, not telling them that maybe the girl that he's with is probably a working girl, or the girl around him is a working girl. And this is how you move with working girls. Not really giving them the game on how you move with working girls. Even some dudes, when you give them the game of how you move with working girls, they're still hard-headed as shit. Like you come and you meet a brother like Dan, Dan's going to give you the game. This is how you move. This is how you operate. This is a legitimate chick. This is a, whatever. And dudes just get moved on some physical shit and then elevate like a working girl to a main girl. He said dudes they get on an airplane and they travel to other countries for paid companionship, and they complain about the same damn thing that women expect here. It's funny as shit. Yeah, like, but it just, you know what it is? I think it's just a lack of experience with women too. You know what I mean? Like, women are going to cost you some money. The question is, depending on what type of woman you with, depends on what type of money she costs you, and how that's, how that works out. You know what I mean? Like, if you were a woman that's just, it's just like what if a woman, I give you an example, okay? And Dan can really explain this to you even better. Dan can probably explain this even better than me. You get a chick that comes out of rural Isan area, right? Let's say she comes from a poor family, maybe the equivalent of a 6th grade education. She comes into the Bangkok area. What's the quick? If she got a nice body on her, the quickest way to make money is to hit the bars. Unless she's got some street vending or some other type of hustle game where she can market something and sell things. So she's in the bar, she's trying to make that money to send back home. Because the way Thai culture work, the women be supporting the family. The boys, if they get married, they be helping out with their wives' family, because it's a culture that's built around family. So some chick in the bar, if she's been there for how long, she's already learned the game, has become hardened, probably been ran through multiple times, and she's hardened. All she knows how to do is, hit dudes up for money. Plus, they got the social media game going. So it's a whole lot of, it's a game. So it's just game. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's game. Yeah, right. Yeah, the dichotomy between, it's two worlds, two different worlds. So really, if a dude really wanted to meet a decent woman, go meet her in the country before she goes to go meet her in the country before she goes to Pattaya and get ran through, or Bangkok and get tossed around and ran through. Meet them before they go there, and look at their history, their family, and where they, it's tough. Once they didn't get ran through and ramrodded and passed around and hardened, it's difficult. Now they into the exploitation game. Because most normal, traditional Thai women are shy. Even when I walk to the ones, for me, when I walk up on them, they're like, whoa. I get more like greetings from the Thai men, which is good. They're real cool and chill. Because, it's kind of a shock to see one of us out there. I'll show you a picture. I put it in my community page. It's more, He said, then you have guys that will go to the bar, meet these women, and come back and brag of our house. Submissive women are winning reality. She's just doing the role you pay her to be. Yeah, it's I think even now, like, I have a policy. I don't really put, and I've talked to Dan about it. I don't put women in these videos in this channel and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just talk to the brothers. But anybody that puts a working girl in a video and try to pretend that that's some type of good quality, solid chick is on some bullshit, on some fraud shit. If you got a working girl in the video, you trying to pretend like this is some type of solid chick. That's their prerogative, but I think it's some bullshit. Because what happens is the dude watching that don't know no better is going to think that's a good, legitimate, solid chick. And he going to think he going to come out here and get, no, you dealing with some bullshit there. Because what is she going to do? She been working the bar scene. She knows how to get that money. You're right. Yeah. But that's why, like every time I see like dudes promoting working girls in videos, I'd be like, Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, man. Yeah, that's gonna cause that can cause some problems because then you have to go through a whole and Dan can like a guy like that, you have to go through a whole lesson explaining to them exactly. Exactly. See, Dan nailed it. No need to show women in your videos. Thailand is fantastic despite the chicks. Absolutely. It's beautiful to live here. And there's a lot of women to choose from. It really comes down to what one, whether you're a simp or not. Two, do you know how to manage women? Do you have your life together before you came to Thailand? Do you have your self-esteem together? Are you a dude that don't know how to say no? Are you impressed with women that, are you like a sucker for a pretty face? Or do you have some type of standards and self-respect? Do you fall for any the type of game that these women be playing on these dudes is like some third grade game. It's like you have to literally be in love with some chick. If you listen to these stories, right? Listen to all these stories. Listen to all these stories. It be some third grade, my mama's sick, my auntie in the hospital, my sick buffalo. But the dudes that be getting caught by these bar girls and these freelancers, listen to this. Let them tell their story. And listen to the story. Not that I don't have compassion for you, but I'm saying, listen to the story. Listen to everything that they're saying. Ask them a couple of questions. And it all starts out the same way. I met some chick, and no vetting, no checking, just go after, whatever. And just because the chick look a certain way or is behaving a certain way, all of a sudden they give her like relationship access. Or, met a chick 2 weeks ago, now they're living with a chick. Crazy shit like that. It's always some dumb shit like that. Or some dude sending some chick money for what? With the, like the decent Thai women won't even ask you for money. I'm not talking about no bar girl or no freelancer trying to play the long game. I'm talking about like a woman that has never experienced any of those industry or whatever. She's not gonna ask you for no goddamn money. It's like it's crazy shit. So it's a whole different experience, man. So I mean, like I said, other than and being a fraction of the cost out here, this is some chilled out shit out here, man. It ain't even on the frequency of that shit. Yep. So I totally agree with Dan. The piece, what shocked me out here, Dan, is the reception that I got in these small towns. I'm like, damn. Like I walk around these small towns, I feel like a celebrity out here. What the It's like, what the hell? Some of these people have never seen like a tall black African American dude in these small towns. Like I was like, I thought the reception was like Dan, you walk out here in some of these small towns, they'd be like, whoa, they don't see the brothers out here. I'm telling you, Dan knows better than me. They don't see the brothers out here. The brothers go to the same goddamn location. They all pile up in one location. Many of them in that Pattaya area, the same shit, the same location. They all go there because they feel comfortable. I mean, like Dan is in Bangkok. And Bangkok is a whole world to itself. So, Bangkok is a huge metropolitan area, huge. So it's different. There's all flavors in Bangkok. Bangkok, you pick and choose whatever you want. Yeah. Talking funny. the Derek Coleman attire, right? But it's like in Top Gun, like I had the guy today and yesterday, like he's like, yo, can I, he's like, the guy was so excited to see me. He's like, go take a picture. The one dude was like, One dude in the town, Ben Khan, he's like, "You're brown just like me." He said it in Thai. He said, "You're brown just like me" in Thai. He's like, he wanted to take a picture for his social media. So I took a picture with him for the social media. The other dude today, I was just coming back from Ben Khan. He wanted to take a picture at the Amazon coffee place. So like that's 2 times already. Like they'll be like, want to take a picture with you or whatever else. So it's they don't see us. They just don't see us, man. They don't see us. It's crazy. They don't see us, Top Gun. So I encourage a lot of the positive brothers to come visit these places and these areas and these environments and get a more organic or authentic experience than, wherever everybody's packed to. I think the best thing to do is many times go in the opposite direction, away from that shit. That's what I like to do. Now, there's still some places that I want to go back down to the south for, like the beach. I think Khao Chang has a nice little island beach, low amount of tourists. So, it's decent. I mean, there's tourists there, don't get me wrong. But like, it's not like it's overpopulated as like a Koh. Well, it's not like saturated like a Koh Samui or Phuket and all those areas down in the further south, like a little small little island or something like that. Just to chill out in those areas is probably a nice little move to hit one of the islands. But yeah, you don't, a lot. I went to town last night. I think I might have spotted maybe a white dude in a town. Bin Town. I think there was like one dude, but I think I was starting to feel like I was the only Farang in that town. It's funny, right? We're walking that town. It's like they were like they've seen a ghost. But they were kind. They were real cool, and like it was more like, where did you come from? We don't see you. We don't see y'all here, But it was a positive, inviting experience. They wanted to, do nice things for you and treat you with kindness. You don't get that shit in the tourist areas because they're used to seeing foreigners all over the damn place. So it's a different vibe when you walk through, or when you act, when you kind of, And it was crazy because, I have this hotel room, and I was like gone for like 4 days first. Like on the third day, they called me and said, "Yo, make sure." They called me to check, see if I was okay, because they hadn't seen me in a couple of days. He said, "I met a Thai girl in the States. Since then, I've been to Thailand 5 times. She showed me everything: beaches, beautiful beaches and islands. Salute to you, man, my brother." Yeah, I mean, like you get a like that's an ideal situation. Like you get somebody to help guide you, break you through the culture. You know what I mean? Like that's really ideal because they can, and like brother Drew, like there's like one word in Thai could mean multiple different things. Let me show you an example. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about right now. Okay. This is an example of how difficult the Thai language is. Let me give you an example of how that language is, right, Brother Jerome? Let me present. This is an example of how crazy it gets with the Thai language, right?
and new,
ใหม่
burn,
ไม่
no,
also ไม่
and right.
ใช่ไหม
So how do you say new wood wouldn't burn, would it?
ไม้ใหม่ไม่ไหม้ใช่ไหม
What? Babe, how do you say wood in Thai?
ไม้
And new,
ใหม่
burn,
ไม่
no,
also ไม่
and right.
ใช่ไหม
So how do you say new wood wouldn't burn, would it?
ไม้ใหม่ไม่ไหม้ใช่ไหม
What? Babe, how do you say wood in Thai?
ไม้
We increase the size of that or decrease it. Yep. Salute, my brother. Yeah, but that's how the language is like crazy, right? You see all those different how she
And new,
ใหม่
burn,
ไม่
no,
also ไม่
and right.
ใช่ไหม
So how do you say new wood wouldn't burn, would it?
ไม้ใหม่ไม่ไหม้ใช่ไหม
What? Babe, how do you say wood in Thai?
ไม้
And new,
ใหม่ ไม่
and right.
ใช่ไหม
So how do you say new wood wouldn't burn, would it?
ไม้ใหม่ไม่ไหม้ใช่ไหม
Yeah, so you gotta hey, what's going on, brother Larry? Salute to you, man. Yeah, so you trying to speak that tonal language, and also you have 5 different dialects, because the Isan Thai up here near Laos, we up here near Laos, right? That's a whole different dialect. You know, that shit is a whole different dialect. So you can't really like, you got, yeah, they tell you that shit is hard, right? You got to say the tone, like Bingkan. Bingkan is a town that I was in, Bingkan. Even a town like this, we say Udon Thani, but the Thai people just say Udon, or Nakhon Padon. Like the way they pronounce things is just different. It's a different flavor. So you got to have like, you got to be like, okay, you speak Thai, but you got to understand the dialect. Do you speak Isan? Do you speak any of that stuff? So it's like a complicated, it's more of like, that's that tonal shit, man. You got to adapt to. And the more further, like when you get out of that city environment, you up here in the north, all the way in the north, it's a whole different flow. You know what I mean? My. Top Gun is funny. Yeah, you can't understand that shit. Like, yeah. So you get all of that. Yeah. So you better off having one of the locals to help you. And that's not hard to get a local to help you out. It's not hard to get a local to help you out. It really is. But you have to actually take the risk. And what I found too is like, okay, when you get outside of that Bangkok area or whatever else and get all those tourist zones, yeah, it's tonal language. It's a whole different shit. It's a whole different shit, man. And Brother Jerome, I mean, and like I said, once you get out of that area and you get into Isan, up into the damn north, I don't care what direction, northeast, northwest, but you get further away. I'm not talking about going to Chiang Mai, because Chiang Mai is just like another modern type city. Chiang Rai is different, but Chiang Mai is like more modern. So once you get out of the city areas and whatever else. So I always like, okay, where do you meet certain people? You meet them at the parks, at the gyms. You go to the gym and work out. You may meet a dude that's been living in, like, let's say Udon Thani for the last 30 years or the last 20 years or the last 15 years. And he put you up on game. Okay, here's the parks. This is where you go to exercise. This is where you go, whatever. And you get the game on where to go, what to do. And then you go to the local markets where you eat. You meet people there. So you start building your network, doing the things that you would normally do at home, going to the gym, working out, going to the parks, going to the mall, meeting different people and building your network in a certain environment. But those are the easiest places to meet people. I just came back today, so I'm kind of inside right now because I've been traveling all day. So I'm kind of chill tonight. So let me catch up with the brothers, do some live stream. But that's the quickest way. Like when I first came here, the first thing I did was I went and go join the gym. So what type of people are more than likely to go to the gym? People that are concerned about their health, their well-being, and whatever else, And like I said, all you gotta do is to talk to the guys. Obviously, you look different, so they're gonna have a conversation and put you up on the network. And especially out here, it's a whole different vibe. I met a few brothers out here, like few brothers, small, and this is just Udon. But once you get outside of here, I'm talking about like seen three brothers out here, and they were like, they were real cordial and cool, and they've been out here for a minute. Some of them, they've been out here for a minute, and they were pretty cool. They were pretty cool brothers. But the only thing I miss is the beach. That's it. The beach. But outside of the beach, this shit is chill as hell. Plus, if you really want to hit back to the beach, quick flight, Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very low key. Very low key. Very low key. Very low key. But good chat, though. Good chat them up, a lot of information. Put me up on a lot of game, out here, they were low key, But they were there like they're Thai wives and shit. They just chilling out here, man. Yeah, they just chilling out here. I mean, how long you been out here, man? Oh, I've been out here 8 years. Like what? 8 years? And they usually live out in the country area or whatever, and they just kicking it. They just chilling. But now that I've seen this, man, he said, Larry, you enjoy the beaches? Yeah, the beaches are nice. The good thing about the beaches here, Larry, is this. I'm right now in Udon Thani, right? Thailand, which is up north in Isan. I can be at the airport in 10 minutes, and I can be at the beach in an hour because the flights are like, I can get down to the beach for like $40, $50. That's how quick it is. And like, it's so cheap to stay in hotels here. To travel, you might have to go down, like, obviously I can get to Hua Hin real quick. I can get to other places it's so cheap. Like right here, you're looking at maybe $150 to $200 a month in rent in these types of places. So because your cost is so low, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, because your cost is so low, Larry, you can just, and you're not talking about like American prices for flights. You're talking about like, like cheap cost flights, cheap cost hotel. And Thailand's, of course, incredibly safe. So you're really not expending much money, and you have a lot more freedom, and you get to enjoy the benefits of rural Thailand and all the kindness, the courtesy, the friendliness. And to be honest with you, you know, you get treated pretty well out here, to be honest with you. Because they ain't really many of us out in this. Like I said, I've seen 3 brothers in the course of all the time I've been out here. So it's like you really get a warm welcoming out here. I was surprised. I was actually really shocked. You got to be near the beach. Yeah, I understand, man. I was down in the Pattaya area for like 30 days. I feel you too, man. I was hesitant to come out here because of that, Jerome. But once I came out here, I was like, hold on. This shit is all right. I'm like, I missed the beach. But damn, there's some really good hospitality out here, man. Like, you know, I didn't expect such a warm welcoming once I got to get away from that area. It's like I'm in Thailand. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I did a video. I put it up today of the villa that I just came from. Where's that at? Let me pull that up. See if I can pull it up real quick. It was in Bangkok. I gotta say it the right way because I'll be butchering the Thai language and shit. And they real sensitive about them tones, man. They like that tone. It's Bangkok Long. And it's a villa that I was at for. That villa is actually really nice. Like I was out there and like, I can put a link in the description for this. You're looking into Cambodia. Say peace and tranquility and a good relationship. Hua Hin, you like Hua Hin? Hua Hin, man, it's definitely nice. He said, I'm looking into a Cambodia visit next year. Nice. So it's all the area. I think a lot of people just end up coming to Thailand because of the technology and the infrastructure is why a lot of people come over here. You know, obviously it's pretty modern over here. Hua Hin is a nice spot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a nice spot, really nice spot. You know, I think they only have like one area. What's it? Soy Bintabat over there in Hua Hin. So you only have like one area where you have all that red light district stuff in Hua Hin. I think it's Bintabat. So it's, I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong. So it's like real chilled and laid back expat community. You know, like the chill spots is where, like right now, I don't want a lot of action. I don't need like all that nightlife bullshit. You know, it's good that it's there, but the chill spot is like, is where I'm at, man. So, you know, what's it? Ed Travels is in Cambodia, Top Gun. Ed Travels. Yeah, you don't need that shit for Thailand. No, man. Internet is good. Excellent 5G internet. It's good. Good speed, good connection. That, like I said, Thailand is why a lot of people choose Thailand. Infrastructure, safety, roads, conveniences. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people choose to be out here, because of the way shit is with that, you know. Like right now, it's 10:39 at night. If I really wanted to, I could just walk outside, stand up. I ain't worried about nobody hitting me upside the head. I can You can walk outside. You can you know you can like I can walk outside like this, right? All right, take these bots. I can walk outside like this. Nobody's bothering me, man. There's nobody bothering you. You know what I mean? Like you can't get that type of peace, walking around in some of these places, man. You walk around some of these places, you worry about goofy shit sometime, man. The safety aspect of this place, I can walk out right now, go to the ATM and pull out money. Nobody, don't worry about nobody snatching my cell phone or robbing me or whatever else. Yeah, that's why I chose Thailand. 1, the infrastructure. 2, the comfort, the safety. 3, the kindness of the people. Good weather, good food, and safety and peace. Like I said, all hours, I can walk around anytime. Nobody bother me. Walk around anywhere. Other than some stray dogs. Now the dogs, that's a whole different story. Dogs are dogs, you walk around in the middle of the night, you got to get used to these strays. Peaceful message chain over there, right? Yeah, it's the dogs. The dogs is the problem. You gotta like make peace with the dogs, man. Especially like out in the country, man. Oh, them dogs be all over the damn place. Yeah, the dogs is everywhere out here. So if you're not good or you're scared of dogs, that's gonna be a problem. Cause them dogs see some fear in you and shit. Out here in the country, dog been in step to you. Yeah, you look scared, the dog been in step to you out here, man. So I just make peace. The easiest way I found to deal with these dogs is during the daytime. I'll throw them a little something. Dogs ain't like cats. They remember, man. These stray dogs out here, I'll throw them a little something during the day. But if they see you're not scared of them, they'll back off. But there's dogs everywhere. And Thai people let them dogs run. Them dogs be free. These dogs is free. Because it's even worse in the small towns. The small towns, man, dog be laying out in the middle of the highway. I'd be like, what? Everybody drive around the dog in these small towns. Dog laying out at the river walk everywhere, So it's just the way it's the Buddhist culture, and that's just the way it is. But like I said, it's okay with me. I'm cool. That's the only downside is the dogs. It is what it is. But I have a really good video about because where I was at, like, it's a back towards the water, and there's like farmers back there and fishermen back there and shit. So it's like cool as hell, chilled out, man. The people are chill, receptive. It's a warm, welcoming experience, man. So anyhow, if you guys got any more questions, let me know, man. I'm about to get out of here and time to go to bed. It's like 11:43 at night. I'll take me a nice long nap. You guys are just like on the East Coast, it's like just 10:43 in the morning, but it's 11 something up here. So that's what it's really about. That's what it comes down to. As you get older, you don't got no time for bullshit. When you get older, you ain't going nowhere. Like, I ain't going nowhere. Anywhere where there's high crime, crazy shit. Yep, 10:43 here in New York. Anywhere where there's goofy shit going on, I ain't going nowhere. Where there's at this age, 50, man, they can miss me with anywhere there's crime, a high crime, and craziness going on. You can consider me absent. I don't need none of that heat, that smoke. I like quiet. I like I like it'd be better too. Like even once my Thai gets better, I find a small town by the beach where there's like almost no tourists. Where there's almost no tourists. All I need is a nice, good hospital, like a Bangkok hospital or a good location, nice amenities like with the grocery stores and the 7-Elevens and all that other shit like that. Some little bit of entertainment when I want it. Nice little small town, by the beach, and there's quite a few of them here in Thailand. I just haven't really landed on one that I like. Right now, I'm kind of like enjoying the rural experience, because it's nice and peaceful. But that would be ideal, But safety is number one. Good health care is number two. Infrastructure and good health care, those things or whatever. Women are not a challenge for me, so I don't even worry about it. But anyhow, with that being said, I'm gonna get on out of here, man. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight, man. I'm about to get some sleep. But if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try and get to all of them, man. So peace and blessings to you, brother. And thanks a lot for you guys supporting the channel, man. I'm out of here.